Good day, everyone. How are you all doing? This is Yixi at Magna Crypto, back again with another video. So in today's video, as per usual, I will do an end of week market breakdown, looking at some of my favorite picks as well as the big cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So first and foremost, we're looking at Bitcoin. Now, again, as I like to say, if you've been living under a rock for the past week or so, then you would have missed this crazy price action. Bitcoin smashed all-time high. Not only did it smash all-time high, it went and gone many multiples higher. Now it's just gone to the peak, which is 24,217. Absolutely insane. This is in December, before Christmas, before the new year. I don't think anyone was expecting this, but definitely a welcome sight. Now, in terms of looking at Bitcoin going forward, we just want to kind of step back. Let's not predict too much. I still like to use my key numbers. I'm looking at 25,000 and I'm looking at 27.5 and then 30 if it gets to that level. Will it or will it not? We don't know. We didn't even expect Bitcoin to breach this level so early, so it may just go all the way. Who knows? But another thing I'm looking at is actually the MACD. I've started to use that more often in my technical analysis. So when we start to see more of a negative divergence, that's when the peak will most likely drop, and that's when we probably will see a correction. But for now, it's all about just being patient, let Bitcoin do its thing, and just sit back and watch. Moving on to Ethereum, XRP. XRP actually has been behaving quite well since Bitcoin started to smash all-time highs. Like the rest of the market, XRP also recovered, and this leads me to kind of believe that we might be in a range at the moment. So you've got the high of 70 cents or 69 cents, and you have the low of 53 cents. So it could start to range in between these two levels. Another thing, again, you're using the MACD, you can see it's starting to lean towards kind of the positive divergence. So we could actually see a breakout of this range to the upside very shortly, or we can see some more consolidation. We will have to see as time goes on, but this is definitely a positive indication that we were able to use 53 now as support. So let's see how XRP performs going forward, but this is definitely a positive sign. Let's move over to Ethereum. So Ethereum is also looking positive. Again, the whole market, to be honest, is looking positive, obviously because of Bitcoin's price action. But in particular with Ethereum, on the daily especially, the fact that we've retested this kind of resistance now turned support, the breakout of this kind of ascending triangle, now that we've retested it, this is actually a positive sign, and it may give us enough impetus to go on and attack the next level of resistance at $786 to $800. So Ethereum is looking quite good as well. Looking at Link, so this support line that I've drawn, that's been there for a while now, it's been tested several times, but now moving on to the daily, we'll have two theories. One is the fact that we've broken this short-term trend line, which is positive, and now we're reusing this resistance turn support level at $12.86. So I would like to see a strong bounce to the upside to retest $15.45. Another thing that I've kind of noticed is potentially Link is in an ascending channel. Now, an ascending channel, to kind of understand it a bit further, within the ascending channel, price does not always remain entirely contained within the pattern's parallel lines, but instead shows areas of support and resistance that traders can use to set stop loss and profit targets. A breakout above an ascending channel can signal a continuation of the move higher, while a breakdown below can indicate a possible trend change. So if we're able to, one, retest the highs of 1545, but also if we can break above this potential ascending triangle channel, that will be a very, very bullish case. And conversely, a break below would be obviously a move to the downside to revisit potentially $9 and below. So that's what I'm looking at with Link. Moving on to one very good performer, and that is Litecoin. So Litecoin has done very well. Obviously, it is the silver to Bitcoin's gold, so it's kind of piggybacking off the success of Bitcoin more so than a lot of other coins, especially because it's got the same consensus mechanism and its proof of work. So you can see this very important key level, which I've left there for a while. You can see it's very important. If it's not able to get past this, then we're most likely seeing a drop, as we've seen in the past. Now you've seen several tests of this trend of this key level, and it's smashed past this to a high of $123. The next target I'm looking for is obviously $136, but also I'm looking at where we're going to find support next. Is it going to be back down to $92? That would be fantastic. Or perhaps it wants to break past this level of $113, $115, and use that as new support. And it's literally just at that level. So be very interesting to see what Litecoin does next. The next thing I'll be looking at, as I said, is a target of 136, and also where do we find support? Hopefully at least $93. Next, let's go over to Band Protocol. So Band is being very stubborn. It doesn't want to go down, and it's still somewhat in this inverse head and shoulder pattern. What I'm looking for with this is obviously a break of the neckline, and then a retest, and then a move higher. Another thing in the favor of a potential break to the upside is the fact that volatility has dropped quite a lot actually in the last few weeks. So this could indicate that there's going to be a big move coming up very shortly, potentially to the upside, and that's where it's leading. And then looking at the MACD, also you can see negative divergence is dropping, and it's going towards the positive divergence. So that's a good indication for sure. Next, we will have a look at KNC. We haven't looked at this for a little while, but since we've left it, this is what I wrote last time. It was at this point where it was turning around, but we need to see further confirmation, and we are getting this confirmation. We've now retested that $1 level. Key resistance got rejected, but now it seems to want to retest that again. It has, but it wants to break above it. Also, it's forming a higher low, so it's edging towards an attempt to break and close above $1. This is a very good indication indeed. Once we break that, we're going to have targets such as $1.23. We're going to have closer to $1.40, but it's looking positive for sure. That's my opinion on KNC. So we need to see a break above that $1 and then a retest. Next, we will have FTT token from the FTX exchange, one of my personal favorites, and it is doing magnificently, smashing all-time high. As I mentioned last week, it was looking to do that, had this zone marked out, smashed it. Now it's at $5. As I described, this token is it's almost exactly the same as the Binance coin. So it's a coin that's used on the exchange, so it's very much related to the performance of the exchange. So the better the exchange does, which FTX is doing, the better this coin does. So I have very, very high hopes for the FTT token, hence why I've got all these levels marked. Next level is definitely $10, and it will definitely reach that in good time. Now it's in price discovery, so it's hard to tell when it will turn around. It's still attempting to break even the high that I just created, which was $5. You can see it just extended past there, and now it's attempting once again. So we may see another push past all-time high into new territory. So we'll see where it goes, but very, very bullish with FTT token. Last, we'll look at Akash Network. So as mentioned in the video I did yesterday or 2 days ago, in regards to two of the small caps I'm very bullish on, and that is Akash Network. As you can see, since it created a new all-time high, it dropped, turned around, and now it was at this red candle that I was looking at it, and it was looking to retest this resistance turn support. It has now done that successfully, and it's turning around. So currently it's at a wick resistance. So what we need to see is a break past this, but overall it looks like it wants to really break past 95 or 96 and break that $1 barrier, and then we'll be in price discovery mode. So it's looking very, very bullish to me. I'm very bullish on this token. Fantastic project, great team, great problem that it's solving. So you can see it's just great bullish price action. I may even add a further position into this, because if it breaks that $1 price level, it could go anywhere with such a small market cap as well. So that is Akash Network. And I forgot to mention Ocean Protocol. So Ocean Protocol is actually looking like it wants to, even though this has been quite bearish since this peak, it's obviously been dropping and now at a mid-level support in between these two ranges, the swing low and swing high. Two things I've noticed: one, there's a lot of buying pressure in this area, so it's managed to keep it up and now it's turning around. Secondly, there's obviously a lot of selling pressure in this area as well. It managed to go all the way there and bounce all the way back, but this is actually a potential positive indication, because it looks like an inverted hammer. And so let's have a little look about what an inverted hammer is. So is an inverted hammer candlestick bullish or bearish? After a long downtrend, which Ocean was in, the formation of an inverted hammer is bullish because price hesitated to move downward during the day. Sellers pushed price back to where they were at the open, but increasing prices show that the bulls are testing the power of the bears. Green versus red inverted hammer. When the low and open are the same, a bullish green inverted hammer candlestick is formed, and it is considered a stronger bullish sign than when the low and close are the same. So, you know, this goes to show, and this is a green hammer so far. If we close for this week with this candlestick, it could be a potential indication that prices or this trend is turning around, and we may start to look upwards and start to retest that level of 53 cents and potentially higher. So I'll leave you with that. So it's looking potential. We'll have to see confirmation obviously today and then go into next week. So that'll be all for this week. I hope you got some value from that, and see you in the next video. Peace.